Pioneer, glad you could come in this morning. We appreciate the chance to work on work project and appreciate the chance to learn about broadband stories over the last few months. And what we are planning to do here is really take a good look through a couple of projects at broadband availability in rural areas and how it's affecting our residents. The first phase of this project is going on now because we actually are developing something that in conjunction with the PBS program Need to Know, where the first phase of this project is that they are, we're going to be submitting about a 14-minute segment to them in October, and then it will be up to them to decide whether they choose to use it online or whether they use it within their broadcast nationally about the issues involving broadband access in rural America. Because that program last May did a fairly long segment on issues involving how the United States is falling behind the rest of the world on broadband. And so we said, okay, let's advance the story by how is rural America in many cases falling behind urban or suburban America on broadband. So we're going to do that project first. And when that project is completed by mid-October, then what we want to do is take the next phase of this project, which is where the MERC funds come in, to take and take that deeper from a 14-minute segment, add segments onto it, so that what we have is a half-hour documentary which we could then air in January, looking at the broader issues of access, going beyond the basics of, in the first one probably, looking at how access makes a difference to businesses and their customers, something like the Big Stone project that you were just working on and that you were familiar with. Also, how it makes a difference to underserved audiences particularly. And when you get into the smallest of the small communities where they may or may not have access to a library with internet access or be able to afford computers, how is broadband making a difference to them? And also then I think the end of the piece, I like to have pieces I think that are very effective in looking forward and saying as we go forward from here, how can broadband access revitalize rural communities? Where do we go from here?